Hey there, so I wanted to do a really quick video about the Vivobarefoot Tracker Decon FG2. As you can see, these are the high top model. I don't remember the color of these. They're, I believe, discontinued on Vivobarefoot's website, so I bought mine on Amazon. First thing I did was apply some Obenof's leather care. I really like the golden honey brown color that it turned them, and then also replaced the laces with just a plain black pair. I just wanted to be able to dress them up just a slight bit more. I did wear them to church on Sunday. I think they look pretty good with some chino pants. The reason I'm making this video is because I did a lot of research trying to find some information about these, and I found like 2 reviews, and I'm pretty sure both of them were from people who are somehow supported by Vivo. I am not. I bought these with my own money. I bought them on Amazon. And so I took them on their first hike today. As you can see, there's a little bit of dirt on there. They still look really good after one hike. It's kind of bright out, but I can't really see a whole lot of scuffing. I don't know if that's just because it's good durable leather or partially because of the Obenofs that I put in there, but they still look really good. I have spent the last, over a year looking for barefoot shoes, and so recently I needed a pair of boots. My last pair of boots is this big clunky pair from Vask. Durable leather, really comfortable other than how pointy the toes are, so you can see a bit of a difference in the shape of the foot box there, and especially this rubber part right at the end really pinched my pinky toe there. These got some Obenof's care. I got special inserts in those that just made them a little more comfortable for standing on my feet for a while. Tread's still there, good Vibram sole. So these were great, but I rolled my ankle hiking in them, so obviously they didn't have quite as much ankle support. I keep these around as an emergency. If I've got deep snow or something like that, these have a gusseted tongue, and so they're actually waterproof. And the Tracker Decon FG2, which is a mouthful to say, they're not fully waterproof. They're good quality leather. The outsole is stitched on, so that helps. And with the Obenofs, it makes the leather pretty waterproof. Obviously, I haven't done any standing water yet, but walking through some snow and some puddles today on my hike, I didn't really have any issues. I can say that this collar material, and it kind of stretches down on the top of the foot there, is it's like a wool, it's like a merino wool blend of some kind, so it's stretchy, it's really comfortable, it sits in a good spot on my ankle, and the only thing I can compare it to is like a pair of Nike soccer cleats. They've got, I don't know, they call it the dynamic fit collar or whatever. Same idea. Its purpose is to make it feel like it's one with your foot, and these have a very similar feeling to that, so I enjoyed that. And then these flaps with the speed lace, the speed hooks on here, I really enjoyed that. It didn't feel like ankle support like an ankle brace, but tied tight enough you could feel that they were there. But what I like about them is because there's a break in between the leather of the rest of the boot and this ankle support, it kind of articulated more independently. So it just made me kind of forget that I was wearing a leather boot. And so clearly they're not like a big chunky leather hiking or winter boot. But my goal, I'm going to use them for beekeeping, so that's one thing. I didn't want to get stung. But just kind of wearing around town, getting groceries, things like that, as long as I'm not standing in puddles or walking in crazy weather, I don't think I'm going to have any issues. So most of my hiking is done in a pair of Ultra Superiors, so clearly these are a bit more comfortable in the long run. They're like a 14mm stack or something like that. I've gone through a pair of 4.5s, and now these are the Superior 5. I love them. Wider toe box, the material's a little stretchier. These are super comfortable. And I definitely noticed while hiking, the placement of my feet was really important. So my feet took a beating. They're a little bit sore after that hike. I hiked about a little less than 6.5 miles. And the trackers did really good on, I was loose dirt, gravel, granite, some volcanic rock, some mud. I didn't have any issues slipping. They're not the most aggressive lug sole like the ESC or whatever that other outsole that Vivo uses. But so far they're pretty good. One thing to note as far as sizing goes, so in my Ultra shoes I wear a 9.5, so I wear anywhere from a men's 9 to 10 depending on the shoe. I found that models and brands that use European sizes, a 42 is pretty good. However, these are just right on the border for me. I prefer shoes snug. I've read some people size their shoes with a centimeter of space or a thumb width or different ways of measuring that. I don't like my feet moving at all. It bothers me. I think about it too much. I hyperfixate on it. So I need my shoes to fit rather snugly as far as length goes. And I've got a pretty high volume, wide foot, and it's especially wide in the midfoot, and I didn't run into any issues with these. They're pretty comfortable, but just like I said, they're just ever so slightly not long enough. And because Vivo doesn't do a half size, I didn't think that the 43 was going to work, and so I stuck to these ones. And they're okay. Going downhill, I noticed my toes really pushing into the front. I probably wouldn't wear them for a hike longer than like the 6 miles that I did today. They just are gonna start to get uncomfortable. And so I took the insole out, which I do in most of my barefoot shoes, just to give my feet some more space. And I definitely could feel the difference. Like I said, I could really feel the ground. I could feel everything I was stepping on, so I just had to be careful where I was going, as opposed to the Ultra that I'm used to walking in that has got a 14 millimeter stack, as opposed to the, I don't know, total of 6 or whatever that the Vivo has with lug and outsole. So it was very noticeable in that regard. So if you're coming from something with a little bit higher stack, I would just be mindful of that. And so that's just a really short-term review. If you've got any questions, leave a comment and I'll make another video if I need to. Hopefully this was helpful.